All of that gives them, to be humble, and it also brings their value, their self-esteem, and saying, hey, I was part of this, I was able to help this person or this community, and brings them a little bit of the self-esteem out, and
right.
especially when all the negative things that we see right now, this helps them out, and it helps them get ready. And also colleges are looking at that. Colleges nowadays are looking for students that have good grades, but also that are community rounded. They participate, they're active in their communities, in different groups and sports. So it helps them. It helps them completely.
Right. What do you think, Chanel? Do students tend to want to get involved in the community, and do they look at it negatively when they're forced as a class requirement or as a graduation requirement to do these things?
I think that with human nature, when you're put in a position to help those less fortunate, you have no choice but to be inspired of the situation. However, I feel as though there should be either an introduction course telling students why community involvement is important. Don't just give students a set of hours and say you have to finish 80 hours in order to graduate. Show them the statistics, like these kids are your future. So when you're older, these are the kids that are going to be, in the positions that are taking care of you. Do you want these kids to be educated, or do you want, you want to make the community around you better so that, the quality of life extends to everyone because it affects your life. So we just need to educate students about why that is being involved in the community is important, instead of just forcing them to do hours.
And I agree with that. A lot of the students, a lot of the kids that come to me, especially involved with the PTAs, involved with scouting, they're lost. They don't know where to start. And when you tell them community hours, what does that mean?
Right.
Are we going to sweep the streets? Is that part of the community hours?
That could be part of it, though,
It
right?
could be part of it, but the students are somewhat at a loss. A lot of the counselors in school are trained, and they do help the students. But if we do, and she is right, if there is a classroom setting, like in the PE setting, in their PE classroom, that can help them and set that would be great.
Right. So do you think that some people might even find their career path or find their own inspiration by volunteering or working in the community?
Definitely.
Many students find their career path. They've helped somebody in the hospital, they like it, and who knows, they're a doctor or nurse, and that's what they're looking for.
How do we spread this enthusiasm? Because clearly you two are living and doing, but so many other people are just talking and not actually taking action. What can we do through schools, through communities, throughout the state to get more people involved in helping in their backyards? What can we do?
Schools, obviously, the house starts, your home starts, your values starts there. But if it's not there, the schools need to do this. The communities, the cities themselves.
The schools already do so much, right? I mean, we're asking too much for the school to teach reading and math and science and social studies, but also to teach people to be good citizens?
Well, actually, I don't think so at all. I mean,
should that go hand in hand? Right?
Why wouldn't it be a course? I mean, we have a gym course, so we're teaching kids to be physically fit. We can't teach them to be, community aware of what's going on in the community. I think community awareness is way more important than gym class. So if we have them playing volleyball, then we should definitely tell them what's going on in their backyards.
Right. Well, I was sort of playing the opposite side there, because I'm all for a class on citizenship and community involvement, but and I don't know if it should be at the expense of PE or at art or anything like that.
It could be part of the history class.
I mean, do you feel that from your experiences and your different positions that we don't teach enough of this in the high schools right now because they're focusing on the standardized testing?
That too, and also just like what he said with the history class, like we have history, but we don't have like current events classes. If we talk about what's going on presently, I mean, then definitely we can move forward.
Young people don't care about current events, right?
Because we don't tell them that that's important. If we emphasize the importance of, current events, then maybe they will care. But if we keep telling them to just focus on history, then they'll, focus on history. It'll be very redundant. but you know, we tell them that current affairs is relevant and this is something that they should be involved in, then yeah, at the lower level, then you know, they can start being involved with it, and it'll go on throughout their lives.
The other thing is, and you had mentioned, you asked me earlier if Alonso Mourning, which is a superstar basketball player, is it a positive issue for him to be involved in? That is an important issue. If you have football players, basketball players, baseball players that are giving back to the community, and they're role models to all these youngsters, that gives, you know, a little bit of excitement for the kids that are doing something positive.
Right.
Say, hey, I'm doing something positive, just like Alonso Mourning is.
Go. Well, we need role models just like you and just like Alonso Mourning, but we need more of these in our communities. Thank you for joining Community Crossroads. Come on.